He was so supportive and wonderful. And I came in, with all of these like ideas and choices as an actor of like how I wanted to move the pieces and what kind of player I wanted to turn her into. And he was just so supportive of all of it. He was like, okay, if you can pull it off seamlessly, I've never seen a chess player move like that, but I believe that this person would.
You've got your gift. And you've got what it costs. Hard to say for you what that will be.
Anya, off camera a second ago, I was like, I hope she remembers me. Great to see you again.
Great to see you again, of course. And I'm digging the checkered shirt. Very appropriate. I like it.
You know what? Thank you for saying that, because I wore it purposely. This is my chess-inspired shirt today.
I see you. I see you, Dave.
I love that. Speaking of chess, I did learn something. This is an educational series as well. I had no idea that Queen's Gambit, I love the title of the series, but I had no idea that it was actually a chess move.
Mm-hmm. And it's a good one, too.
Was there an intensity to some of the scenes that you all filmed?
Chess is an amazing game, but it's very tense. It's all about kind of psyching the other player out. And then there's the kind of the added thing of the fact that my character is just that he's quite an intense person anyway. He pushes a lot of his selfness and his bravado upon his players to kind of psych them out almost. And a lot of players do that in reverse. So it's a mind game more than just as much as it's a physical understanding of how I want to move these pieces. It's also a psychological game.
Tell me how this role found its way to you.
In my inbox with all the other auditions, and it sort of just left off the page and into my mouth and into my body, and just happened to be a really great fit.
I love the honesty in that answer, because that makes it real for people. I appreciate you being honest like that. What intrigues you most about this remarkable story?
That is a woman getting in touch with her genius and trying to figure out where she fits in the world. And, I think imposter syndrome is something that plagues many people, something that I definitely identify with in watching Beth. And I love that we get to watch her journey in coping and learning who she is.
When you read this script and you became familiar with the story, mm-hmm. were you just like fascinated with the depth of what this story is?
Yes. I mean, I think what I found so beautiful about this character particularly, but about the story overall, is how human and complex the characters are. Sometimes you think about a period piece or something set in the 50s or 60s and you think it won't feel human, or you won't feel connected to it, or you won't feel like totally engaged with it. But that wasn't how I felt at all.
What intrigued you most about this story?
Oof. I mean, the first thing that I heard was that Scott Frank wanted to talk to me about a project that had no script, but that was based on a book. And I love to read. I'm a very avid reader. But I inhaled that book. Like, that book was eaten in an hour and a half. And I'm not a runner, but I ran to meet Scott and I ran back. Like, that was my level of excitement. I loved her. I was fascinated by her. And I thought that the parallels between her obsession with chess and my obsessions with art, if you supplanted them, I really felt like I was the right person to tell this story. And I thought that if given the opportunity, I could potentially tell it right.
There are intense scenes in this, and there is intensity, some part of the story. What was it like? Just tell me about a typical day of filming.
A typical day of filming? My first month or so, it was pretty regular, getting up at 5 a.m., getting to set by about 7, getting dressed, getting into costumes, and then getting to work. But also in the meantime, working with beautiful people behind the scenes and in the scenes, really great, patient people who want to, really help you do your best work. I think it was definitely an eye-opening lesson into how many people it takes to make a beautiful picture. It takes a lot of people.
So if you can oblige me, tell me your thoughts of what you observed as far as the sets and just your thoughts and the costumes.
This was an incredible production team. It was fun for me because usually when I'm directing a movie, you know, I'm involved in all of the many months of prep where you have concept drawings and you're going to locations. And as an actor, you just show up and everything's done. Everything has been realized. So it really puts you in the mindset of the character, you know, people taking that much care and time with the production design, with the costume design. It really helps put you into the actual mode where you can feel like these people.
So tell me, I noticed in the credits, there's a chess consultant. There may have even been more than one. Tell me how that worked with you.
Oh, I mean, Bruce Pandolfini is like a chess god, and he's also the most wonderful human being. He's like my chess godfather. He was so supportive and wonderful. And I came in, you know, with all of these like ideas and choices as an actor, like how I wanted to move the pieces and what kind of player I wanted to turn her into. And he was just so supportive of all of it. He was like, okay, if you can pull it off seamlessly, I've never seen a chess player move like that, but I believe that this person would. And so just go for it. And we figured out pretty quickly that the best way that I work is if I learned the chess matches like 5 minutes prior to doing them. Because if you just go home and you learn, you know, like the huge folder of like all the different plays you're going to do, you're going to drive yourself crazy. And he was just so supportive and he loves the show. And I was really worried about making him proud. So I'm glad that he is.
It's a period piece. What can you tell me about the costumes? Were they fun? Were some of them challenging? What can you tell me about the costumes?
The costumes are beautiful. Gabrielle Binder, or Binder, I hope I'm saying it right. She did a fabulous job in making everyone look beautiful in their clothing. And just such a beautiful overlay on the backdrops of where we were.
Harry, what impact did this role have on you? Because I know a lot of times we ask, you know, what do you hope people take away? I'm going to ask you, what did you take away from this role?
I took away just Harry's need and want or urge to help someone else, and the way that he goes about helping this person he cares deeply about. So yeah, that generosity, that goodness, really touched me. Both reading it and then having a go at playing the role.
You know, for me, it was really about the time in my life that I got to spend working on this project, and the relationships I got to form. I was turning 40. I had just done 2 movies back to back, Can You Ever Forgive Me and A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I was feeling really burned out and needed a break from directing. And this project came up in this sort of really beautiful, magical way. Scott came to me and said, do you want to come and work on this? And I got to pick up my family and move to Berlin. We were filming this show. I got to meet new people and kind of see how another city lives in a really interesting way. And I got to have a totally different role on a set. You know, I wasn't the one in charge of everything, and it felt kind of great.
Do you play chess in real life? I've tried. I've failed miserably at even trying to attempt that game.
It's, I mean, even the chess champions that we played against said that it's just an endless amount to learn. You're never finished learning. But yes, I do know how to play chess. Okay. But there's a lot more to it than just simply knowing what the chess pieces do. I don't go beyond much more than that.
Oh, no, not before this project. But then I kind of learned as quick as I could, and I kind of fell in love with it. To be honest, there's something. I remember I was in this chess shop, and outside there was a chess table, and I was just sat down, sort of practicing my moves. And this person just off the street just sat into the next chair, and we just started playing a game. There's something kind of wonderful about the game of chess that anyone could just sort of rock up and you're in a game with just strangers. There's a lovely thing to that, I think.
Were you a chess player before taking this project on?
No.
Okay.
I had never played chess before. I was fascinated by it, but I had never taken the plunge.
Are you a chess player, or have you ever played, or in real life?
Nope.
Okay.
They've gifted me a beautiful chess set that I have set up very beautifully that I intend to learn how to play.
Right there with you. Again, thank you for your time. Wonderful job. And I can't wait for Macbeth. Take care, okay?
Thank you so much.